Elizabeth looks at Goliah and says sternly and confused, "So you've trapped him within a fucking crystal?" Goliah replies, chuckling softly to her, "Oh, my dear child, is this your first time being betrayed? It's so cute." Vale replying, angered, "You bitch, you could have done anything but you chose to trap me." Goliah smiles and walks away from the new body, replying, "Oh, if it were so obvious, but I've had enough of my fun with this. Now to tell you the truth of your predicament. Yes, I betrayed you, trapped you even, but this was part of our unspoken agreement. You were to have had to say yes regardless. I just skipped the paperwork, if you will, and left the blood signatures at the door. A soul signature is much easier anyways." Vale yells out, "Of all things, why?" Goliah replies, "Oh, that's simple, my dear. You're half of the agreement. Your end of the bargain. You get that body. You become my slave. You swear your fealty to me and do as I bid. Obey my every command. And before you try anything, I have full control over that body. I can manipulate as I please. So don't try anything stupid, darling. You'll only live to regret it." Elizabeth looks at his body in shock. Vale replies, "Damn it. It was obvious you would want me as a soldier, but I never thought you would trap me of all things." Goliah replies, chuckling, "You act as if you're surprised that I, Goliah, daughter of the one king that shattered this realm so long ago, would betray you. You'd be a damn fool to think you could come into my domain and attempt a bargain with me without facing my own rules. But enough games and toying around. You have an agreement with me now, and you will do my bidding as I see fit." Vale replies, angered, "And for how long does this deal last with you?" Goliah replies, "Until I deem it, you fool. You are in my domain. You are using my property. You are under my rule here, and you stepped foot into my home. Now quit your bickering and listen to me closely. I have orders for you to start on immediately." Vale replies, angered and confused, "The hell could you possibly want from me? Do I even have my power back to full in this body?" Goliah replies, Yes, the power. That would be your one stipulation that I refuse to fully restore. What were you planning to do with this power restored back to full, my dear Dranok?" Vale replies, "I was going to go back to planet Siren and rule the damn world again. Take it back over. Away from those idiots who oppose me, that Catherine fool and her family, those people. I wanted my planet back." Goliah replies, chuckling, "Well, I guess your plans have changed, quite dramatically at that. You are to no longer chase that dream, and instead do something else for me." Vale replies, "What of my power, you witch? Explain." Goliah replies, "Oh my, so demanding are we? Your power is just above half, I would say, both within my power and out of it." Vale, confused and angered, replies, "What? Explain yourself, witch. Now." Goliah replies, "Well, you see, my dear Dranok, I cannot simply give you an organic body. It's all artificial. Now, I could give you power, much more power, but you have no use for that much power anymore. Besides, I have to keep you under control somehow, don't I? Need a leash tightly wrapped around your neck so that you're a good boy and that you listen to me when I tell you to do something." Vale replies, "So you've cut my power in half? What can I even do with this body?" Goliah replies, "Oh, my dear, that's simple. Everything you could before, but on a smaller, weaker scale. The body you have is combat ready. You've seen plenty of war in your time. You know how to fight, and I'm sure your telekinesis still works perfectly. You have a large arsenal at your disposal, and I'll even grant you weapons of my own, crafted by yours truly." Vale replies, "Weaker? How? Tell me, damn it." Goliah replies, Oh, simple. You can't control an entire world now. Your old body, I'm sure, was capable of much. But now, you're limited to small things, so controlling a mass crowd is out of the question. Point being, you're weaker but stronger. Get used to it. Vale replies, angered and defeated, "You, witch." Goliah paces a bit and explains, "You and your little friend here, my dear child, will go and do my bidding as I see fit. You both will complete my plans as I command you to, or you will face the consequences as such." Vale replies, "What could you possibly want us to do for you? That's so important that you can't do yourself. You're a being of destruction and magic, and you tell me you can't do this on your own?" Goliah looks at him and replies, "It's not so much about can't, more so about want." Beth comments, "Great, using us as playthings." God, fuck. Vale replies, "Want? You want us to be a plaything? Mere toys at your disposal?" Goliah replies, "And what if that was the case? Could you deny it?" "No, you could not. My plans are simple, and you're both going to do it. And I'm going to watch as you do, and enjoy the results of my experiment." Vale replies, confused experiment. Elizabeth comments, "God damn it, not just toys, but fucking lab rats." Goliah explains, "My command is simple. I wish for you to go to this planet you mentioned, I believe it was. Siren. Go there. I recently heard of a rumor happening right now. A mass amount of beings from every corner of this universe and other dimensions are coming here to find a list of beings that had evidently taken down some very big and powerful being out there. I want you to find out who did it and who this being was. And when you do, kill the bounties and take the status from the others." Vale replies, "The hell will that accomplish? They'll just be after us." Elizabeth replies, "Wait, you said go to Siren? Bounties are there? That someone killed a strong being, right?" Goliah replies, "Yes. The information is limited. I heard through the ether that someone killed a very strong being, or a number of them did. Not sure which. And there was supposedly a large bounty on their heads now, and everyone's going for the title." Elizabeth replies, "And you have no idea on who the being was that was killed?" Goliah looks at her curiously and replies, "No. But I indeed know that this will be a lovely first task for you both to commence. Good crash course for my new pawns. Are you done with your questions, child?" Elizabeth stands there, thinking deeply. Vale replies, "Elizabeth." Elizabeth looks up at Vale, and the look on her face, he can tell she may have a lead already. Goliah looks to Elizabeth and replies, "What's with the expression, little child? What is it that's on your mind? Do tell." Elizabeth replies, looking to her, "I'm not entirely positive, not yet. We'll go to Siren and find out if what I'm thinking is correct." Vale replies, "You think." Elizabeth replies to him, "It's a high possibility." Goliah replies, walking closer to Elizabeth, "Do go on, my child. Tell me what you think you know. What's so curious about this that it's caught you so off guard?" Elizabeth looks to her and replies, "If it's all the same to you, I'd rather go there first and see if my suspicions are true."
A woman and what looked to be a tall purple armor-wearing creature stood within the streets of the Forefathers' capital city after coming through a strange-looking portal of some kind. They held up traffic not moving for a short period of time before what looks to be secret agents showing up on the site. One of the, looking to be a woman dressed in a long light brown trench coat and blonde hair, approached the two calmly, and from what we could tell, they were talking to each other, possibly making demands. The three persons then went off into an alleyway nearby, and officials have blocked off the alleyway. What seems to be the secret agents are closely guarding and monitoring the area and have cut off an entire perimeter. It's been a moment since we have seen them, and the officials have yet to move. We will keep you updated with the latest developments here first.
Catherine stands there looking at Elizabeth, both confused and concerned about what happens next, as the two get past their formalities. Catherine says to her,
"So what's this about? You show up with this guy, and now you want to threaten us again?"
Elizabeth replies,
Not entirely, at least not yet. I need answers. There's word going around? I'm sure you've heard of it. You've got a bounty on your head along with your daughters and who knows who else. Are you familiar with this?
Catherine replies, nodding.
Yes? Your point? We're being hunted by everyone and everything, it seems. All because of that one bastard who started all this shit to begin with. So what's your point?
Elizabeth replies,
Who was the bastard you killed? Where did this bounty originate from, Catherine?
Catherine replies,
It came from that king person, remember? Relic's father? That guy.
Elizabeth replies,
You killed the king?
Catherine replies,
Yes, that's what this bounty is all about. Why?
Elizabeth stares at her.
Holy shit.
Off back at the main lair of Goliah, she stares out the window, hearing this news. Her eyes widen.
She killed my father.
Elizabeth asks Catherine.
Okay, to be clear, was it just you? Or were others involved?
Catherine replies, confused.
Why are you so damn concerned now of all times? The war is over and suddenly we're good old chums? What's going on here? Why the sudden concern with you?
Elizabeth shouts,
Just answer the question, Lenston. Was it just you or were others involved?
Catherine replies.
It was everyone there. Why?
A loud, screeching female voice comes from Vale's head. You, bitch! Catherine looks to Vale. What the hell was that? Elizabeth replies, Holy fuck, she can hear us. Goliah, back at her lair, stands head hung, gripping the desk before her, losing her mind.
You wretched little creature. You took my father from me. You killed my father. I will have your head for this.
Elizabeth, covering her ears from the screeching sound of the speaker, replies, Fuck. She heard it all. The voice speaks again.
You think that I would simply send you and Vale off to some planet without a way to hear your every word? As if you have that kind of trust? You naive child. But this is besides the point.
Catherine replies to Elizabeth.
What the hell is going on?
Elizabeth looks to her and says with wide eyes,
You've just made a bigger enemy than you know.
Goliah screams in anger. You have no idea, not yet. And lets out a blood-curdling scream, tearing through the radio on Vale's head. Within moments, a loud shockwave hits the street and destroys windows, flips some cars nearby, and causes the ground to rumble and quake. The three brace, hearing the impact as dust and clouds fill the area. What looks to be electricity sparking all around pops from the wires damaged at the power lines. Catherine shouts, The hell was that? And Goliah is heard.
That was the arrival of your death.
Catherine looks before her, and a woman draped in robes stands there with her eyes piercing stare, pure anger, hatred. Goliah puts a hand out to Elizabeth. My child, back away. This is something I will handle. Me and me alone. You mustn't get involved. Now back away. Elizabeth replies, The hell are you? Goliah looks over her shoulder to Elizabeth with a sharp, stern stare and says, Do as your mother says, before she loses her patience, child. I do not wish to harm what is mine, lest you get in my way and aid my enemy. Vale replies, Did I just hear that right? Elizabeth replies, What the fuck? Goliah replies, Your last warning, my child. Take your leave and stand back before things get ugly. I wouldn't want you to get hurt now, would I? Elizabeth replies, Hold on, you're calling me your child. The hell is this? You enslaved Vale, and now we're suddenly your children. Goliah replies, Questions for later. I've taken a liking to you. Now do as I say, and back away, now. I have matters to attend to. Vale replies, Elizabeth, I'm not one to back away from fights, but this is one battle. I'm not sure we should involve ourselves in, not here, not now. Elizabeth replies, agreed, we must run, for now. Elizabeth and Vale scurry off fast, almost in pure horror. Catherine stands there confused. What the hell? Who are you? Goliah ignores her words and stands there staring at Catherine and says, now then, my child is gone, out of harm's way. You, on the other hand, shall face my wrath for what you have done to my father. I will kill you, slowly. Catherine replies, your father? Who the hell are you? Goliah replies, do not act ignorant. You know who you killed, wretch. Admit your guilt of his death, because you've come to the point of no return. A female's voice is heard.
Oh yeah? Point of no return, you say? Well, same to you then.
Goliah looks behind her.
You know, we don't take kindly to people going around and threatening our friends or loved ones. What do you say, you? Apologize now and things won't get ugly, and you go back to your merry business to which you came. Sound like a good plan?
You wretched fool, stand in my way and face the consequences like this one. Do not get in my way. This doesn't concern you. Take that as mercy.
I see. Then that's your answer. Pity? Was hoping for turnaround here. But if you insist, then have it your way. A fight. It is.